I would ask him if
Okay,
he's
Frederick
yes,
Ellis.
yes.
This is Frederick Ellis. Okay, now, Frederick, if you had gotten in, what would you have asked?
I would have asked him if he supports employee ownership and getting it out of the ERISA Act, Income Retirement Security Act,
Okay.
and getting it out front and creating a federal bank like Export-Import Bank
Right.
to help people buy their businesses like Winco here in Reno.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Frederick.
You're welcome.
So what's your name?
My name is Deb Drum.
Okay, Deb, if you had been able to get in, what would you have asked?
I can't even answer. I stammer and stutter because there are so many issues to ask about. The environment is huge for me, but education is huge because how could you do anything about the environment or women and healthcare or a safety net for unless you do education, because education is the root of everything.
Did you know that there are bills in the House that would eliminate the EPA and eliminate the Department of Education?
When Trump, it's like a coloring book that he finishes his coloring and he holds up his executive orders. Yeah.
But there's actually House bills to do that.
Right.
So-
And he calls it clean, beautiful coal. I mean, what is clean and beautiful about coal?
Nothing.
And he could push for manufacturing of solar panels or
Right.
geothermal pumps or wind turbines in Virginia and South Virginia and the Carolinas. It doesn't have to be going down in the mines and breathing coal dust, and those are where education dollars. He gets. It's just. We wake up every day and go, how did this happen? And then for our President of the United States to communicate with his constituents, I guess I'm one because I live in the United States, by tweeting I can't even talk. And I kind of ponder forward of what are the history books going to say about this. I mean, we all look, first of all, ridiculous to the Putins and the crazies in North Korea, and he plays right into their hands because of his fragile ego. He's so obsessed with how the world looks at him that he can't forward think. He certainly can't govern. He certainly can't form policies. And to have this nepotism going on, everything from, are the second cousins coming in next to run the, and then we talk about budget concerns, and we're paying for 3 White Houses. New York, what is Trump Tower on? Somewhere. Chaos, for pedestrians and taxis and just New Yorkers in general. And, New York City voted 90% against Trump in the election.
And look what they got.
Yeah, look
Great.
what they got.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Catherine Byrne, and I would ask Dean Heller why doesn't he support a Medicare for all or a national single payer, or even a multi, where we have a single payer option into our healthcare system. I'd like to take the Affordable Care Act and migrate it into a single payer healthcare. We take steps along the way.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Afton, AFTON.
Okay. All right, Afton, if you had managed to get in today before they decided to close the doors, what would you have asked Amade and Heller?
Let's see, I think there's a couple different things that I'd want to ask, but working for a nonprofit community health center, I think my biggest question would be, what assurances can we give our patients? Patients are coming in, they're concerned about the future of their health care. My question would be, one, what can we tell our patients? How can we assure them that they will be able to afford their health services? And two, have they really looked at the fiscal background of that and in preventative care?
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and if I were to make it available to be inside today, what I would have asked Amade and Heller is what they're going to do to protect Nevada's children and families. Working for a statewide nonprofit who advocates for the independent voice for Nevada's children and families, I want to know what they're going to do to protect our children and family and their health, because that's a super vital part of raising children and healthy families, and if we don't protect them, who will?
Great. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Gail Nelson, and my biggest concern is the fact that Russia seems to be the country that has elected Donald Trump, not the people of the United States of America. And I want to know why we don't have an independent commission to investigate this. If this was on the other side, hundreds of people, thousands of people would be screaming their heads off, and it seems to be not that big of a deal. And it is actually the biggest deal that we are now connected to Russia, and Russia is running us, and I don't like it.
Okay,
And if I could have got in there, I would have asked him, what is he going to do to help the federal government act on climate change?
Great. What's your name?
Cecilia?
Okay, Cecilia, if you had been able to get inside today, what would you have asked?
I'd like to know why we're going to be doing budget cuts to Planned Parenthood while we are supporting, through our taxes, for this president to go to Mar-a-Lago every single week and play golf.
Perfect. What's your name?
Hi, it's Artie Blanco.
Okay, hi Artie. And if you had been able to get in before they locked us all out, what would you have asked them?
I would have asked why Dean Heller is supporting Trump. So far on all the votes has been 100% supporting Trump's agenda. When the problem that we have is that the Trump's skinny budget, as they call it, it's proof that people are not Trump's priority. And Dean Heller tries to say that he cares and like he supports, but does different things when he gets to DC. So my question would have been, Dean Heller, do you agree with Trump's budget, or will you fight against the cuts that he wants to make to the Department of Health and Human Services? Are you going to continue to fight this repeal of Obamacare? Because more cuts to healthcare is what actually hurts people. What you're signing isn't just about numbers. It's not about dollars. It's about people's lives. That would have been my question.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and your name is?
My name is Gayla Camino.
Okay, Gail, what would you have asked them if you'd been able to get in?
I just would like them to know that we need to keep our public lands public. Fishermen, hunters, biking, hiking, we have to have access. I was born here, and it really upsets me that they want to just sell Nevada.
Okay, I'm going to keep you here for just a minute and let them stop. Okay, now, they're planning on getting Yucca Mountain live again. And that means
walking again.
And that means transporting nuclear waste through our town.
Right.
Considering that you're talking about lands, what do you think about that?
I think I'll be protesting for a very long time. And it's scary for our children and our grandchildren. And they should be scared too.
Yeah.
We have the technology for clean energy.
Right.
So let's develop that even more.
Great. I have to show this off. This nice lady, this is a pack of birth control pills, so everybody knows what it is. So I'm going to ask her what I've been asking everybody else. So, what's your name?
My name is Victoria, and if I would have had the chance to go into the town hall, I would have asked Senator Dean Heller whether or not he will be supporting Planned Parenthood. According to some friends that did make it into the town hall, he said that he did mention some sort of support, but it wasn't very clear. It wasn't very clear what he meant by that. So I would ask him to clarify and tell us exactly what he means by he will support Planned Parenthood.
Senator Heller and Congressman Amodei about what was their thinking in voting to sell our private information to our ISPs. And the second part of that is net neutrality. That's going to come next. And if they get net neutrality killed, we're going to be paying a lot more for a lot less, and the big companies are going to get fast internet, and we're going to get stuck with slow internet because we can't pay the premium. That's my question to the senator and the congressman.
To us, the voters in Nevada, because we voted more Democratic. We didn't vote for what Republicans ran on. So they should take into consideration what their state voted for, and they're not.
Yep, and we're all constituents.
Yes.
So they should be paying
Yes.
attention to all of us.
Yes, my name's Melinda Fisher, and
I'm glad you're out there, Belinda.
well, thank you, hon. I wasn't gonna go inside because I was gonna be too loud and mean, so I thought I'd be loud and mean outside.
I love the sign.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Reggie Maestas,
Okay.
and I was here because of the Affordable Care Act. I think that they can fix it and make it better instead of getting rid of it. I'm just upset about the whole thing. I'm really upset about the whole thing. America can be great again, yes, but it needs the right people to get us there. And they're not there. The people that are in the office right now are not there. We need better people in office.
Instigate a bill in Congress that if they change the health care system, that all those in Congress be on the same bill that we're on. That's what. Okay, and no damn wars, period. Especially with North Korea, Syria.
My name is Brett, and I'm now middle-aged and not having children, so I'm only here to look out for other people's children in the future and what I think society needs for them to make the world a better place.
Great. Give me that.
Okay. You ready?
Yep, what's your name?
My name is Nancy Greenhall. I am a native Nevadan, never lived anywhere else, and I want to know why Congress cannot stand up and be the 1/3 of our government that they're supposed to be. Why is it that the Republicans are pretty much uniformly what Trump says goes? Trump is not your boss. We are your boss. Why can't you try to be the 1/3 instead of just being a part of the executive branch, which is what it's appearing? And why not try compromise? Why not sit down and say, what can we agree on? Forget this, I refuse to allow this in healthcare. Why not sit down and say, I really need this to be in healthcare, and the Democrats say that, and then the Republicans say it, and then they discuss it, a small group, and come up with compromise. Compromise is how things have always worked in the past, and it's gone, and it will be the fall of the American empire if we don't do something about it.
So my name is Suzanne, and I drove over 3 hours to get here for the town hall. And my question for my representative today was going to be, you went on the record saying that you were going to vote no against the Ryan Care GOP Care Act, the HCA. So will you now get on board with Conyers bill, I believe it's 676, I'm not too sure about that, for Medicare for all, because frankly, there's no reason why not.
Well, and you're wearing this great t-shirt, so I have to ask.
This is my neighbor, could not make it. She asked me to wear her shirt to represent her voice.
Good.
Because she cares a lot about immigration and the fact that if our representatives are always like against abortion and not wanting to kill babies, yet they're willing to kill refugees by not allowing any of them to come into this country to begin with, and they're more than willing to go bomb innocent people and not even claim that they had innocent people, and then they show kids on the news and oh, we got to go to war to save these children. Wait, we're killing just as many. So that was her point.
Okay.
And her point was, why do we spend millions upon millions of dollars on for-profit prisons to detain people, which are essentially concentration camps, instead of allowing them to be benefits to our economy, pay their fair share, and help out society? So that's her 2 cents, and she also had said, if we spend the money building a wall, why can't we spend the money on healthcare?
Very good.
We don't really need a wall. We do need
My name is Leslie. I live in Dayton, Nevada, and I came here to ask both Amedee and Heller about the president's budget that would totally eliminate Amtrak train service from this country and leave rail transportation to the states. That will not work in this part of the country. States are strapped for money. We've got to keep our infrastructure, which President Trump promised trillions of dollars to be invested in infrastructure. Amtrak is part of our infrastructure. Most of rural Nevada depends on Amtrak to get to work, to shop, to visit people when they have no transportation because they have no small transit systems like the big cities do. We must keep Amtrak. It's a way to keep this country together. Perfect.
My name is Peter Grant, and I was in the town hall meeting and left because I just got tired of listening to the same sidestepping of questions with evasive answers.